Yo,
Let's talk boxing on the phone here with the OG admin Julius Henderson. We was talking about earlier, Shawn Porter versus Andre Berto. Of course, that's going to be a good fight. How do you have that fight going, and how do you break it down?
what's it? That's fight happen next week? Or how long? How far away are we from
April,
that fight?
about two
April,
weeks from now. About 2 weeks from
2
now.
weeks from now. Okay, in April. Yeah. My prediction for that fight, man. I think it's gonna be a 12-round UD for Porter. You know, a lot of people think he's gonna stop Berto, which if he does stop him, it'll be like in the 10th to 12th round. But I don't think the stop is gonna happen unless Porter kind of stops smothering his punches a little bit. But
Yeah.
I got Porter by UD 12 rounds. I think it's a boxing match. You know what I mean?
So,
Berto ain't no slouch.
do you think if Shawn Porter were to actually say he actually got a coach like uh Sanchez, Abel Sanchez, or a coach like Virgil Hunter, somebody where they'll teach him how to sit down on his punches. Do you think it will actually may be different in the Thurman fight the second time or in the Kell Brook fight? Do you think if he actually would have practiced on actually sitting down his punches? Because we seen that he hurt uh Keith Thurman, I believe, in the third round with a body shot. Do you think if he were to actually go. I'm not saying Kenny Porter is not a good coach. He's a very good coach. But if he were to actually learn how to sit down his punches, maybe some of them L's off his record, maybe he'll still be undefeated.
I don't know. I think I mean that Keith Thurman fight is the reason I say Brook is probably gonna walk down Berto and get a quick UD is because of that Thurman fight. The Porter that showed up with Thurman, you know, that's just he's a monster though. If you got a different coach, like someone like Abel, I don't really think Abel so much. You know, maybe someone like Virgin Hunter, but I don't think so, bro. I think trying to change who Porter really is might fuck him up. You know what I'm saying? I really think that might mess with it. I think Styles just makes fights. I think Porter is in his prime, and I think his style. I think all he needs to do is when he has someone on the ropes, he just got to take that step back. And I think that King Porter and his team that he already got can teach him that. You know, Porter got a very underrated jab. He got a really good jab, and I like him to use it more. So other than that, you know, I think his style is his style. I don't think that he can change too much from what he is.
And yes, styles make fights, and we know that Andre Berto is not a come forward fighter. We seen him before how he does with pressure. Since in the Victor Ortiz fight the second time, he caught Victor Ortiz even though he got dropped the first time. Even in the first Victor Ortiz fight, so we know that Berto he don't really handle pressure as well. But what he is he a good counterpuncher. We seen the Robert Guerrero fight. Robert Guerrero messed Andre Berto up. Made him he made Berto look like a novice, and we not talking about like Robert Guerrero actually got really really good boxing skills. But you think that that will probably play in another example in a 12 round decision? Because you think
Well,
do you think that since Robert Guerrero messed him up, and that arguably Shawn Porter is a better boxer than Robert Guerrero, and that Shawn Porter actually has more championship experience where facing Brooks, Spence, Devin Alexander, probably Maliachi, where Berto really wasn't facing nobody until he fought Victor Ortiz. Do you think that experience will play a part as well?
definitely. You know, Porter definitely has the more experience. Porter definitely should win this fight. Berto's gonna put up a good fight. It's a good fight. You know, Berto's a good name. Um, exactly, bro. Like you said, to the best of the Robert Guerrero fight and the Victor Ortiz fight, the second one, Victor Ortiz is winning that fight. He's out on Berto, and Berto looked real confused until he threw that uppercut. The difference with Berto, I mean with Ortiz and Porter's not going to give Berto any space. So them uppercuts and what everybody's thinking on that uppercut to land, it's not going to be because Porter's going to be on him for
Hmm.
round 1 through round 12. Now, if Porter comes in, because, you know, he has his moments when he kind of bounces in and out and stands in front of you. Yeah, Berto can catch him, but, man, it's not going to be easy because Porter's really going to be all over him, bro, smothering him, putting him on the rope. So, I just think Porter's going to beat him up, bro. I don't really see it. I can't see Berto winning unless he, you know, gets this crazy knockout. So
Yeah.
I don't think that Guerrero or Ortiz are on Porter's level. I think Porter is very
So
underrated. and
So
his
of course,
his
this
gap is
is
very
the fight
unpredictable.
for the number one this is the fight for the number one mandatory, and we know that Mir Khan has been he's been ranked number two by the WBC for some time now. I believe 2 to 2.5 years. Uh, do you think that the WBC may order Amir Khan versus Shawn Porter as the final, who's mandatory, because many people believe that Keith Thurman may fight Danny Garcia rematch, or he may actually go after Lamont Peterson and unify with the WBA titles. Can you see an Amir Khan versus Shawn Porter fight happening, just because Amir Khan has been the number two for a while, and Shawn Porter, if he beats Berto, he'll be number one. Can you see that fight happening?
Well,
If
actually, Amir Khan was mandatory for the WBC title for a while. When he went up and fought Canelo, he was mandatory to fight Danny Garcia, but he chased that paycheck and went and fought Canelo instead. Um, if Porter destroys Berto, I don't think that we need Porter to fight anybody else. I think he deserves that rematch or Keith Thurman right away. If he, especially if he destroys Berto, bro, because that first fight with Keith Thurman, you got half of the world saying Porter won, half the world saying Thurman won. Even if you think Thurman won, that fight was tooth and nail, super close fight, great fight for boxing, great fight for the fans. I don't think that we should have to keep waiting. But and then you said Thurman versus Danny Garcia too. I see no reason for that rematch to happen. I do think that the WBA is going to mandate the Peterson fight versus Thurman, because the dude Peterson just beat was supposed to be mandatory for Thurman. So I think Thurman and Peterson will happen next, and then I think the winner should fight the winner of Porter. The Porter versus Khan would be a very interesting fight. That would be a very interesting fight.
of course.
I would love to see that fight.
So so if Andre Berto does lose, because we don't know what can happen in the sport of boxing, what do you see next for Berto? He's nearing his mid 30s. Do you think it's time for him to maybe retire?
Oh, not retire. I don't think he'll retire if he loses to Porter. He can go fight a guy like Adrian Broner. You know what I mean? There's still a couple fights out there for him. Paychecks. I don't think he should retire though. I
And
wouldn't be surprised, but I don't think he should. What do you think? You think he should?
uh, you know what? I really don't see him giving any other champion work. I don't think he beats Kell Brook. I don't think he beats Earl Spence Jr. I don't think he beat Shawn Porter, even though I'm pulling for him to beat Shawn Porter. Keith Thurman, no. I just think that these young bucks will give it to him. Maybe it may be established in one of the fights, but Berto, what he does have that you can't teach, and that's a lot of heart. And that's one of the reasons why I'm pulling for him against Shawn Porter, even though I think Porter is what's going to win. Berto has always showed he has heart. He's not going to lay down for nobody. He's always been a tough fighter. Even since the amateurs, when he went by the name Mike, he's always been a very, very, very tough fighter. So I can see him retirement. I mean, I can see him retiring because really, like, he don't have nothing else to prove in the sport of boxing. He may go down as a Hall of Famer one day, maybe, but I don't think he has nothing else to prove. I don't think he's beating these young guys. He may fight uh probably once, twice a year just to get a paycheck, but as far as being a championship contender, I don't really see it. And I think this fight right here is a make or break for both fighters, because if Shawn Porter loses to Berto, that'll be three L's. Now that'll be three L's against three decent fighters, with two of them being world champions right now. But where does he go from here after receiving back-to-back L's? Does he go to fighting bums on PBC, or does he go back into can we see him fight the loser of Brook versus Spence next? Or could we see him fight the winner of Brook versus Spence next? Because remember, Shawn Porter everybody was talking about him having a rematch with Kell Brook, but all of a sudden the IBF kicked him out of the rankings. But I think Shawn Porter is pretty young, but I really wouldn't know where to say where he go if he were to actually receive two L's in a row.
If he lose again, I think Porter there's still fights out there for Porter. You got Danny Garcia coming off an L. You think that the loser of this fight could fight Danny Garcia. Let's not forget Danny Garcia is still there. Amir Khan's gonna fight Danny Garcia. Um, I can see Berto, like you said, who can Berto fight if he loses. I can see Berto and Danny Garcia actually fighting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And people will be, and I wouldn't be surprised. Danny,
And that
even
fight
if
was
Berto
supposed to
loses,
happen before, but Danny Garcia
it
turned
was
him
supposed to
down.
happen. Yeah, Danny Garcia turned it down. I mean, I kind of do think Danny might be able to pull that fight off. He might be able to stop Berto.
Yeah.
But I can see that fight happening, but I can also see them guys like Berto if fighting like Adrian Broner. I can maybe even see if Porter loses. I can maybe even see him fighting Broner again for the and he wants that rematch. I think that's still the 147-pound division is so stacked. I see a lot of fights.
Yeah,
That can be made
it's a lot of
win
fights,
or lose.
especially that we were supposed to be
Because
getting this world.
Spence, bro. Spence might lose to Brook.
Yeah.
We can throw him in the mix. Spence versus Berto. Spence versus Porter.
Yeah,
Spence versus Manny.
that'd
No
be
matter who
a packed fight.
yeah, exactly. No matter who we think may win or lose those fights with Spence,
Yeah.
those are just still good fights that we would like to see that can happen. 147 is very stacked, bro.
Very stacked fight. All right. I enjoy listening to your conversation and talking to you, Julius Henderson. Talk to you later. And this has been
All right, bro.
another video by Lace 'em Up Boxing. Like us on Facebook. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you got any comments, comment down. Or what do you feel like your reasons for commenting? I can debate with you on YouTube, Facebook. I'm always available. This is Jordan Larkin from Lace 'em Up Boxing. Peace.
Yo.
Lace 'em Up Boxing on the phone here with the OG admin Julius Henderson. We was talking about earlier, Shawn Porter versus Andre Berto. Of course, that's going to be a good fight. How do you have that fight going, and how do you break it down?
What's it? That fight happen next week? Or how long? How far are we out from
April.
that fight?
About two
April.
weeks from now. About 2 weeks from
2
now.
weeks from now. Okay, in April. Yeah. My prediction for that fight, man. I think it's gonna be a 12-round UD for Porter. A lot of people think he's gonna stop Berto, which if he does stop him, it'll be like in the